Hello there and welcome. My name is Kylie Kane, and this is Baldur's Gate episode 15. I believe we were in Bergost last we checked, and we had just purchased items and goodies for every character, a bunch of magical weapons. Now, if I'm not mistaken, magical weapons cannot break. Don't quote me on that, but I do believe magical weapons can't break. So we are in a much better situation for our entire party as we look through here with our magical weapons of plus one-itude, mace plus one. I don't think I can have a sling plus one, but I haven't seen a sling break yet. And of course the moonblade plus three. So what we're doing today is we're gonna venture towards the edge of a map, and we're gonna go to Cloakwood because I realized I had a quest to do, and the quest was to find a cloak in Cloakwood. So let's go to Cloakwood and see what we find. It's 20 hours of travel, and after 20 hours of travel, we made it to Cloakwood. All right, so let's take a look at the map, which we can't really see anything on. Wow, there is. Oh, this is you've been waylaid by enemies. I was like, why doesn't this look like Cloakwood? This is not Cloakwood. Okay, never mind. We've been waylaid by enemies and must escape the map. And by waylaid by enemies, we mean one Dreadwolf that appeared on the edge of the map, who is just getting wrecked by us. How much did we get for experience? 650 experience. Nobody got hurt. Let's continue our path to Cloakwood. We're literally 3 hours outside of Cloakwood when we got waylaid. Another 8 hours. That said 8 hours? Okay, I thought that said 3 hours. We have not been to Cloakwood yet, so we are not quite sure of what is going to happen, but as in traditional fashion, we've got a long way up to go. That's concerning. A long way south as well. I like going north first, so let's, of course, quick save and take our path north. And I'm getting used to actually using my middle mouse click to actually move the screen, because I found out that I found what I realized is by scrolling via the edge of the screen, I end up actually scrolling or accidentally doing some weirdness with the top of the screen, and I just got to be very careful of that. So as we crawl around the outside edge of Cloakwood, I don't see anything going on specifically, other than a barrier of trees that we are unable to pass. I haven't seen any enemies on the inside. That does not mean there are no enemies on the inside. I did find an entrance into the Cloakwood. Okay, so we found an entrance into the Cloakwood, into the Cloaked of the Woods, and we found a beautiful stream over here towards the middle of the map, I believe. Let me check this is around the middle of the map. Can we cross the stream? We can. Cannot cross the stream. Okay, we can't cross the stream, so this is a pretty good spot for us to stop. And we immediately come across some spiders, some big spiders, which are getting wrecked by my crew as they get entangled up. Now, getting tangled up is bad because tangling ends up actually could also affect our party. It looks like somebody leveled up. I don't see who did that. It looks like that was Jaheira that leveled up, and we gained one arrow. Let's step outside of the entanglement field and level Jaheira, who has what the record level up for Jaheira, who is now level 4. Level up results are she increased her saves, of course, reduced her saves by 1, gained a level 1 pre-spell and a level 2 pre-spell, and increased lore. Also gained 6 experience, or 6 health points, which puts her at 45 health points, I believe, which is intensely useful. Let's go to priest spells, not mage spells, priest spells on Jaheira. And I ended up picking up 3 Cure Light Wounds. What we're going to do is also pick up another Entangle. And what's her Flame Blade? And I kind of think I want to take... I'm thinking about taking Sparks. What does Sparks do? Sparks summons up electricity, which does 46. Ooh, save versus half. That's neat. 46 damage. That's a lot of damage. Okay. Save it, of course. Oh, it says we can't save at the time because of the entanglement. Spell's still going on. Fine. I don't want to step through the entanglement, though, so I'm waiting for the entanglement to dissipate, which shouldn't take too much longer, but it's like right in my path. So I'm like, yeah, as soon as I walk through the entanglement, 2 of my characters got entangled. So, all right, we step through. We still cannot save at this time due to the entanglement. So we're just going to creep through the woods here and see if we can find anything neat. We're still waiting on that entanglement to despawn. I don't know how many turns. Ah, there we go. We're out of the entanglement range, so
perhaps we'll survive longer than I had originally thought.
Oh, thank you, Zan. All right, there's a black bear to the south of me, which could be interesting. We're going to save it before we walk that direction and see if we can talk to the black bear. We cannot. The black bear is a passive force for probably not good, but definitely passive force. So we're just going to leave it alone. Keep quick saving as we walk past. And we're continuing through the cloakwood. I'm not sure what I'll find inside the cloakwood. What did the journal say? Journal said, batch of Tesloi. Here is the thing. I see a house. That's probably useful. As we progress forward.
Perhaps we'll survive longer than I had originally thought.
Shut up, Zan. All right, so we found 2 people in the woods, one named Palin and one named Balquio, and a house. Let's talk to Palin.
Hello.
Palin says, I really think that Duke Elton should bring part of the flaming fist and put down these wild men of the woods. Okay, so apparently they're dealing with bandits. Balquio says they may call themselves druids, but they're no better than wild animals. Ooh, so there's definitely some shenanigans going on here. And there's someone named Aldith Shashenstar. I'll talk to Aldith.
You there! Identify yourself!
Aldith says, oh, I apologize for my rudeness. I mistook you for someone else. Let me introduce myself. I'm Aldith Shashenstar. You must understand that at the moment I'm under a terrible amount of stress. You see, my dear ma'am, he's speaking to Jahira, by the way, there's a group of uncouth savages that have declared their intentions of killing my friends and me. I've been holed up in this cabin for several days and have lacked the wherewithal to make 'em escape. Perhaps you kind folks would help a fellow in trouble. Sure. Good, he says. I'm glad you have the sense of decency to help a man in my situation. Let me explain my predicament. Me and my friends come here every year to do some sport hunting. This year, however, a group of woodland savages threatened us with bodily harm if we did not stop our hunting trip. Being civilized men, we realized that it's well within our rights to hunt where we damn well please. After a few more days of hunting, the crass woodsmen lost all pretense of humanity and murdered Elbin, one of my oldest friends. I'm sure they plan to attack our cottage here, so we'd best be prepared. Ooh, okay, so let's see if we can't maybe come to some sort of agreement with these people here.
I have no quarrel with those who respect my forest.
So a group of 4 men walk up to the party and the huntsman here, and he says, trespassers and butchers of our woods, I, Cinead, have come to administer the punishment which you have brought upon yourselves. Yet, who are the ones that stand beside you? With them we have no quarrel. It is now to you I speak. These men have most likely duped you into protecting their sorry hides. They have most likely not told you of the druid they have slain in cold blood. I will allow you to rethink your earlier decision and leave these men to their most deserved fate. Aldith then retorts with, do not listen to these slavering wild men, my dear friends. They lie as it befits the uncultured barbarians as they are. I'm not really liking Aldith right now. Not really a fan. Jahira then says, Cinead, good to see you once more. Cinead then says, Jahira, you're welcome among us. The trees have missed your gentle care. Will you aid us against these barbaric interlopers? Jahira then says, I could do no less. Keldrick Helven, talking to me specifically. Let's see here. We have 2 options in front of us. One is a bit more on the sarcastic side. The other one is, I'm going to say, don't you think you're being a bit harsh, Cinead? We can't let you murder Eldeth. Come now. Can we come to a peaceful solution? You have made your choice, fools. Now you will suffer together with your hunter friends. Jahira says, no, Keldrith, you cannot ask this of me. I will not. I have 3 options. One is I am asking you, Jaheira. 2 is there must be a way to solve this without bloodshed, and 3 is very well, Eldest. My hands are tied. I'm going to say there must be a way to solve this without bloodshed. Siniad then says they should be stamped out before they cause further harm to the forest, but I wish not to burden my friend. So be it. These pressurized trespassers may leave, but I warn you now, these are my protected lands. If you just further disturb the balance, the repercussions will be severe. Consider yourself warned. You will not consider staying, Jaheira? I'm afraid not. Very well, Jaheira. Before you leave, I must ask a favor of you. Speak, Siniad, and I, Kildrick, and I will listen. A sect of shadow druids have taken over part of our sacred forest as their territory, and we have so far failed to reclaim it. No doubt the mere presence of them would worry any druid committed to our true beliefs. This does concern me greatly, Siniad. I would be willing to help you if Keldrick Healing would agree to a distraction from our own quest. Siniad then retorts, there is one thing you could do to help us with, Jaheira, as we require the assistance of someone that is less known to the shadow druids than my loyal followers. A few months ago, a shadow druid approached the young druidess from our circle by the name of Maritha, giving her an invitation to join the circle. This was part of my plan to infiltrate their accursed circle and seemed to work for a few months. Until 10 days ago, that is 20 days ago, by the way, Maritha has not shown up for her secret meeting place with one of our druids. We have not seen or heard from her since, Jaheira. And Jaheira says, I assume you want us to rescue her, if she is alive. Siniad then says, that's what I want you and your group to accomplish. Maritha possesses important information that the plans of the Shadow Druids and probably knows the names of the Shadow Druids that have infiltrated our own order. She must be rescued, and soon, for the time of the Shadow Clave draws near. I see then. We do not have much time, I agree. Keldrick, will you help us in this undertaking? I actually will be saying that we must hurry to the aid of the girl as soon as possible. She says, thank you. I knew I could count on your assistance. Siniad then says, you have made a wise decision. Good luck to you. Wait, that is not all, Jaheira. A few days ago, one of my druids chose to risk his life, sneaking into the Shadow Druid territories and rescue the woman he was enamored with. We have not heard of him either since. You would have heard of him before, Jaheira. He was Baldur. She says, Baldur. Yes, I remember him. And I see he's still the hot-headed fool he once was. I'm going to ask, who is the Baldur, Jaheira? He says, he was an old friend of mine. That's all you need to know, Keldrick. Khalid says, I advise you not to pry any further, Keldrick, for your own sake. Jaheira then says, you're a wise man, Khalid, my love, and this wisdom has served you well. Now, Keldrick, we should start moving into the depths of Cloakwood. We are to save my friends. And you, Sashin Star, says Siniad. Get out of my sight, Defiler of Nature. Be glad that Jaheira's word is valued so highly, lest I insist upon your foul presence until the deed is carried out. Eldith then retorts, then continues with, yes, thank you for your assistance, strangers. If I ever travel to Baldur's Gate, come to the Merchants League, and I will aid you in any way I can. Take now this small token of my appreciation. And we receive a potion of heroism and a 3,000 experience, which levels up Keldrick, apparently, which is pretty grateful, pretty awesome. I will definitely loot his place here really quickly. So we're also going to go to R for Keldrick and hit the level up. We gain no proficiency slots this level, which is fine. But we do gain 2 spells and 6 hit points. Awesome, due to being a fighter cleric. We gained 1 level in cleric, so we're cleric level 4, fighter level 3. I'm not too sure about that. But that's okay. Let's check my spells over here for cleric specifically. And let's take a look at, we have bless. What is this down here? Sanctuary, remove fear. What is this? This is magical stone. Let me click magical stone. I can create a pebble that does 1d4 damage as a +1 weapon as well. So that might be useful in the future. Command. This spell enables the priest to command another creature to sleep for a single round. At the end of the round, the creature awakened and is unharmed. Creatures with 6 or more hit dice are entitled to a saving throw. That might be useful, like a 1-round sleep command. Armor melt. Ooh. That's awesome. Armor and metal objects will start to melt here on 1 creature. That is actually going to be useful. So let's move over to second class spells. And I think we're going to grab, I believe this is Ward of Protection. which is the caster's base armor class to 3 instead of 0. No. Wait, maybe. I don't know what exactly what that does. It only lasts for 2 turns, but that might be useful. So that's fine. Let's do a quick save, and we're going to explore the hut. What we're going to do, we're going to explore the place inside and take a look around. I don't see any valuables. Oh, I do see a valuable. Okay, let's go. Okay, so it is locked. So we're going to grab Emoin here. Emoin. Get over here and click it. So then we're going to do the thieving ability, and lockpick failed. We're going to give this about 10 attempts. 2 attempt, a second attempt, third attempt. Oh, and it worked. 10. We gained 10 experience. A rainbow obsidian necklace, an arrow, an elixir of health, a potion of invulnerability. Ooh, invulnerability. That might be useful. And 300 gold that we just robbed these men of. So very nice, very good. Let's go to our inventory and kind of clean up a little bit. If you're watching this on the stream, which you can if you become a patron supporter at I believe tier level 2. Potion of invulnerability is not usable by bards, clerics, druids, mages, shamans, thieves, or wizard slayers, but it's only usable by those trained in martial arts. So I think I'm going to give it to Rasad. That'll actually be useful in the future for saving throws. I also might give it to Khalid since he also is my frontliner, but that's okay. We're going to go over to my girl over here and move the obsidian necklace to the bag slot. What is this? This is a potion of heroism, which gives me a plus 10% base hit points and sets Thaco to 90% of current base, which is pretty awesome. Duration for 2 hours. Very useful if we go into a situation where we need that sort of situation. So what we're going to do now is we're going to dig a little deeper into the cloakwood. And we picked up 2... Ooh, I accidentally quick loaded there. Fine. Double check to make sure I moved the potions around. I did. Okay. Always quick save after we move. And one thing we're going to do is we're going to check our events here. We still have Gurke's cloak, which is here somewhere. We picked up Shadows of Cloakwood, which has basically says the following. Let me read this out to you. It says, we have accepted a quest to help the druids of Cloakwood. Cinead, an old acquaintance of Jaheira, sent us to find what happened to Baldur and Maritha. Maritha. I think the leader of the Shadow Druids in Cloakwood, Amarande, which we didn't really find the name earlier, has a new partner, and Dorathe. Baldur and Maritha may have fallen in the clutches of one of these Shadow Archdruids. We may need to bypass the tree fort of Shadow Druids and find the island where they hold their secret meetings. We didn't really learn all that, but okay. I didn't see any mention of those names in my quote-unquote quest log here. But we immediately are set upon by 3 spiders, and the party is handling it fairly well. These +1 weapons are actually becoming really in handy. We have a bit of poison damage on Jaheira, but that's okay. We're going to take a short rest here, I think. We're going to quick save it and then take a small rest. We've rested. We're resting up, but we immediately were assaulted by... what were we assaulted by? We were assaulted by... Hold on, let me look at what these are. Tasselai actually assaulted us. Well, that's interesting. We've killed 1 Tasselai. A second Tasselai is dead. And we're okay. It looks like Kaldrick is having issues. But the group is on the all-in-all handling themselves fairly well and taking out the Tasselai pretty well. 35 experience per Tasselai killed, and the group is split up fairly well. Even Zan has cast the Blur spell, which has allowed Zan to really kind of become super useful in hand-to-hand combat. And this allows us to pick up a bunch of goodies, including spells. Of course, the arrows we use, a little bit of money here and there. Another spell. I'm not going to pick up the spears because those are just encumbrance problems. But we do need to save and try another rest. Looks like we have successfully rested, but Zan speaks up immediately and says, "The mist is thickening. It reminds me of the Grey Cloak Hills, where I dwelled before starting this ill-omened investigation. I wish we had one Walker of the Mist to guard our backs here." I have a couple options, and I think the most interesting one on the screen is the following. While we're on the subject, can you tell me what's truly going on in the Grey Cloak Hills? Is it true that the whole city of the Fallen Kingdom was discovered, full of powerful Nithris magic and other treasure? Zan says this, Keldrick, I cannot discuss with you. I have an option. I guess I'll have to find out for myself. Zan says, I advise against it. I advise against it. Sorry, I had a brief distraction. I advise against it. A grave robber will soon hide in his own grave in the Grey Cloak Hills. Ooh, so there's some interesting intrigue about Grey Cloak Hills. I've never heard of them. And I'm very interested to check them out eventuality. If I can, if they're even in this game. I don't know if they are. Probably not. Oh, there's okay. So I found another path into the Cloakwood. And I'm just kind of basically saving every time I move to get a better look around here. I found what looks to be the path the druids took here. And we found some more Talisi, Tasloi fighters. And what I want to do is, as my girl here, let's see here. We're going to do sparks on one of them. I wonder if she's able to do that from there. Cast Auto of Faith. It looks like the Tesselai are actually pretty screwed, to be honest with you. They're getting wrecked fairly handily, and I'm almost curious if this is the group that had the cloak. The group is handling as one of the Tesselai is running away. What I want to do is take Zan and cast a magic missile at the thing. Oh, magic missile struck, and the Tesselai are dead. We're just going to regather the group back up here. And take a look through our ill-gotten gains. We have 3 spells, a charm person spell for Zan, another spell for Zan, and an arrow for our girl over here. All right, we're going to put all of these scrolls that we picked up in our bag here. I think that's going to be the most useful thing for us to do with it. And I picked up a Endar gem. I'm not sure what Endar gems are, but we'll put it in the gem bag. So there we go. Pause. We've saved it, and we're moving again. Moving south, and we have reached the southern border of the Cloakwood. Not incredibly useful information as we kind of do continuing exploration around the Cloakwood. I heard a magical sound, what sounded to be a magic sound. I don't know what magical sound it was. But we are slowly but surely walking around. We found some more Tesselai, and it looks like we are about to go into battle, go into war against 6 or 7 of them. As the group is kind of handling themselves fairly well. I'm hoping this is the group with the cloak, and it is. I found the cloak. Awesome. Which means we can, honestly, we can leave and come back, because I kind of wanted to, that was the main quest I wanted to do, was the cloak quest. We may stay. I don't know. I think we'll go finish this quest up. And we're gaining more stuff, so that's fine. The group is handling this very well. There's no, these are low level enemies. I say lower level enemies, so they're not really in any major things. We're not in any major problems. And we, as intended, as I expected, we survived. And let's leave the Cloakwood for Baragost. Apologies for the desktop sound there. My notifications just went off, and they should not be. Open Action Center. Close all my notifications. I don't know why they're still running. That's really aggravating. They shouldn't be. I think it grabbed my phone notifications, which notified. Apologies! But let's go back to Paragost. And it'll take 20 hours of travel. And we made it back with no problems. So now we need to remember where this character is at. Gurke. I want to say... Let's check the Burning Wizard first, because I remember running into somebody there that was causing a problem. Where the hell did my party go? There they are. They went the long way around for some reason instead of going the short path, but that's fine. Let's see if there's a commoner. There is Drake. There is Vind, and I can't click this guy. Who is it? Is he? No, he's not. Hello? Stop. That's Zerlong. Okay, that's fine. I'm gonna ignore that. I just lost 30 gold because an asshole. I don't remember where Gurke is. Can I search through the journal? I don't recall. Day 45, hour 13 is when I found that. So, crusty old dwarf in Bergost. I don't know where he's at. And the only places I really went in Bergost is the Burning Wizard and the Jovial Juggler. That was really the only places I was visiting in Bergost. So maybe he's in Bergost. Bjornen, who is walking around. Don't see a dwarf right offhand. There's Speck. Let's go to the back. He may be in the back. Hello? Are you who I'm looking for? Hello? Commoner. Nope, not who I'm looking for. Where is this character at? I remember him being salty, and that's literally all I remember about the character. But where did I meet him? He was a salty, salty guy. Okay, let's take a look at the Burning Wizard. Feldpost Inn, maybe? Or the Red Sheaf Inn. Could be the Red Sheaf Inn. It wasn't Kagan's shop. But day 45, what was I doing on day 45? Let's look at the done quests around day 45. Day 50, day 30. Dran's Cat. Don't see anything major happening around day 45. Day 44, I met Dritz. Yeah, that was really all I did on day 40. That's weird. What the heck was I doing on day 45? Where was he at? Now that I'm thinking about it. Zan has stopped us to talk, and Zan says, I rather wonder what aimless course you're going to set on next. I'm going to say we need better equipment. We also need to perfect our skills. Doing small tasks should help. Oh, shut up, Zan. Zan then, he basically said, he gives me some snark is what he does. I'm not going to repeat it because it's snarky as hell and it aggravates me. Zan says, I'm asking because can you tell that by traveling we have accomplished the goals I've set out to do? Can you say that what the result's going to be? What are the results going to be? Do you see it yourself? Let's see here. I said, I think I'm going to say, what do you mean? What do you mean? A signpost saying world preparations end here? Oh, Seldarine, did I really sound thus? Kaldrick, I'm sorry. Look at me, asking a much younger person for reassurance and demanding to be told everything's going to be all right. Really started to look upon you as my leader, I suppose. I'm going to say, I'm actually going to help say, that's all right. Just remember, I'm not omniscient. And he says, and that too. Thank you for listening. Woo! We got somewhere with Zan! What? We got through his thick head! Oh my goodness. Okay, is Okay, so I will tell you where he's not. He's not inside the smithy. At least not at night. Which leads me to some curiosities. Let's go to the Red Sheaf, I think. I don't remember entering that.
You're at the end of your rope, I'll wager.
Oh, shoot. Okay, so a dwarf man named Carlot pops up to me and says, "You're at the end of your rope, I'll wager." Not that it's anything personal, you understand, but I'm afraid your life is afraid your time out here on this ball of mud is just about done. I'm going to be like, whatever you're paid, I'll double it. Will you now? Somehow I doubt that. But then I don't meet a lot of honest people in this business. Never have the money on them. Never come back when they say they'll go get it. Doesn't matter, no. I'll never take your panic movie or a proven contract. It's not a sound business. All right. There's Finch, not the person I'm looking for. Commoner. Bartender. Okay. Well, let's do a couple things. We're going to start with I want to say Entangle, but we're going to go with a Flame Blade. No, we're not. No, we're not going Flame Blade. We're going to go... Let's do a Bark Skin on Zan. And then do Zan do a... What does Ghoul Touch do? Oh, we're going to do Ghoul Touch on him. All right, Zan, I want you to do a Ghoul Touch on that guy. Thank you. All right, Bark Skin has been cast. And now Zan goes in for the touch. Does he get touched? Holy cow, he got touched, immediately become paralyzed, and then I hit him for 24 damage with a critical hit right after that. There was no way he was surviving. He ended up taking a total of... Okay, let's just scroll up a little bit so I kind of get a better idea. He took 7 damage, 2 from Imoen, 7 from Rasad. Then took another 5 from Rasad, and then 24 from me after the paralysis, which he only took 2 damage from. He got wrecked. Just straight up wrecked. And we gained 200 experience. And I don't see the dwarf I'm looking for, actually. Nope, no dwarves, sadly. Where the hell did the bartender go? Oh, are you the bartender?
Devilish turn of events when you can see good folk accosted by assassins in a common tap room before you can even have a cup of tea.
So we met across a character named Finch, and I have a couple options. Oh, she's a gnome. It says, I appreciate your help. Most locals seem happy enough to stand around and gape at strangers being hacked to death. Finch says, I try to be more useful to that, though opportunities outside wielding a quill and ink can be slow to present themselves. This gives me a thought. My name is Finch Bloomwiffer. I've recently come from Candlekeep to study and copy some of Satil's literature for my temple. I am a Dinnereth, you see, and my god encourages to spread the written word. The option I'm going to take for this conversation, I'm really only reading out the options I take, of course, just so you know. It says, it looks like you remember Candlekeep as fondly as I. I grew up there, and only recent circumstances have forced me to leave. She says, what a shame. I hate to leave those lovely halls and hope to return one day. There's so much I left unread. 'Tis a wonder we never met. I was there a good 10 days. Then again, Candlekeep is not the smallest outpost, and I do often have my head buried in scrolls and other documentation. I do not roam socially, as much as I do for the church. On that note, I've traveled here directly from Candlekeep. I have a list of works to collect for a new library in Nashkel. With all the focus on the mines there, the people are woefully illiterate. I have my latest book from the list on hand, and now I am free to continue my journey searching for the others. You have recently come across the road. Perhaps you have use of my skills. It is a dangerous time to travel on Sword Coast alone. I must confess I have not enjoyed much solitude. I'm going to say I do not need the aid of a cleric in my travels just now, Finch. I will leave you in peace. She says I have such hopes, but she's going to be here a while longer teaching the group. I am a cleric, so I'm not too super worried. I do think it's a good time for me to... I'm going to unpause it real quick. We're going to talk to the bartender.
You want some whiskey?
Let's see if we can't take a room. We're going to take the merchant room, which will grant us a bit of sleep. And let's do some blood wine. No rumors whatsoever coming from that. Okay, that's fine. We're going to leave. We've met the character Finch, y'all. Finch. All right, so we're still at a loss for this character who we're supposed to be finding, who is supposed to be in Berghost. Maybe at the Feldpost Inn, possibly. All right, so we'll head over to the Feldpost Inn and see if they're there. I don't recall anyone at the Feldpost Inn by that name, but it's not saying that they're not there. Just, I'm not sure. All right, we're looking around. We see Duncan. I remember killing his friend. I do not see a dwarf here. There's a master locksmith in the back. Ooh, hello. What?
May thine arm be strong.
Oh, I've locked myself out of my house. Can you help? Behind the burning wizard. Never mind, I'll go find a ladder somewhere. You do that. Oh, he can break into a house for you. Interesting. I still don't know where this dwarf's at. I would think he's at an inn. Is he upstairs, maybe? I don't see anyone in this room. Are you the dwarf? That's Algernon. I just grab the window. That's the problem with how this works. Is I often will just grab the window and I'm like, ah, crap. Now I gotta ungrab the window and it's just gross. I don't see him here. Okay. I'm walking around searching like blindly almost. It feels like a little bit. Come on, guys. Everyone get out here and go down the stairs. Thank you. I feel like I'm searching a bit blindly for this character, so I'm he's not at an inn. Could be at the Thundersmith Hammery. Could be, maybe. I don't know. We'll go over there and go inside now that it's daylight and see. Maybe I'm in Dum Dum and just missed it. It wouldn't be the first time I've done things like that, but like weird, right? There's a smith. There's a smith. There's another smith. And then there's Tarum the blacksmith. No. Okay. So, where? In Berghost. I've been to the Red Sheaf. I've been to the Burning Wizard. I've been to the Jovial Juggler. It's got to be at the Jovial Juggler. It's the only place I've really been. And I remember a dwarf accosting me as I was walking through there. So maybe he went upstairs? Let's go upstairs and see if he's up here. Let's dig around a little bit and see if we can't find him. There is a person up top here that's named Oogie. And another room with a sleeping man. Just a sleeping man on it. Okay, I am not entirely sure at this point where the person I'm looking for is at. Show me your list of services. We're just going to... I do need to sell some stuff here. I don't think he will take anything I've got to sell, honestly. That's fine. And I don't really think there's anything I want to buy from him either. But this cloak is kind of important. And it's not identified. I could probably identify it on... It is a cloak of silence, and it's a burglar's cloak. How adorable. Okay, let's put the chainmail up here. Let the people who can carry chainmail carry the chainmail. Let's take a look at this letter that I got. Be known to all those of evil intent that a bounty... Oh, this is another bounty. 350 coins now? Okay, neat. Note copied. I just copied the note, so it's done. I guess I need to look it up, which is something I don't really like doing during an episode, but if I can't seem to find it, Gurke is the name of the character I'm looking for, right? So we're looking for Gurke Cloak, and Gurke is a side quest that starts inside the Jovial Inn. Right, there we go. Gurke. Let's go find Gurke specifically. He says he's in the back of the Jovial Juggler. So, but I'm here at the Jovial Juggler and I did not see him. Maybe I'm a dingus and just missed him. Commoner. Weird. Found him. He's literally in the back. All right, let's see here. Keep the damn cloak in good riddance. Wow. I said, okay, wow. He said, put that damn thing away, you damn fool. I'm a bleeding tourist attraction around here now. There's money in that. Losing the old cloak was the best thing that could have ever happened to me. No more hacking and slashing my way through life. Nah, I got it easy now. Keep the damn cloak in good riddance. And I gained 300 experience and a free cloak, apparently. What the hell? All right, so it is a cloak of what? What was that cloak? Let me see if I can find it. It's a cloak of invisibility. It is equipped abilities non-detectable by magical means such as defective invisibility and scrying. I honestly want to see if Emoin can wear that. That would be dope, right? All right, she now has the Whisper's cloak. I'm not sure if that'll help her, but in sneaking, like burglary events, if there are any that crop up, that might be useful. All right, everyone leave. Come on. Hello. Emoin? You all right there, doll? Emoin. The hell are you doing, love? Oh. No way. They got stuck together. That makes a lot more sense. Let's grab everybody. And now we have everybody. What the heck just happened there? That was weird. Also, Rasad looks very funny for some reason in his sprite. And I just realized that. Why does he look so weird in his sprite?
This city is a blight on the landscape. Better to have let the land grow wild.
What the heck is going on? I don't know. Anyways, my character has blue hair. So that's odd. Anyways, a blue beard. I just noticed that. Which is just, what, dude, it's really weird. Really weird. You'd see me zooming in on him if you're watching. Anyway, so that finished that quest. So that's cool. There's more stuff to do in Cloakwood, so let's make our way back. 20 hours of travel, and we made it with no problems. Probably gonna be a good idea to rest here, so we're going to save it, quick save, and rest. Now it is morning time. 8 hours have passed, and
would be proud of your actions.
We can continue our journey through the Cloakwood. Now, there's a big section of the Cloakwood I kind of missed here in the first pass. So we're going to see if we can find a way into this section, I think. I think that's going to be my goal. I think I found a path through the woods here. I kind of like the Cloakwood. It's it's a very generic wood, but I really dig... for some reason, I dig woods. I dig wooded areas like in games, and that's actually something I really want to do. We just ran into some Tessaloi, like goblin-type creatures that we end up taking out with no real issue. 6 of them appeared, and with this, 1 more, and 6 fall. Again, the experience is not much, but it doesn't have to be. And I do believe I have now explored this section of the woods completely, which leaves us to ponder the next section on the right side of the map, probably closer to the edge of the river. And we're still looking for like some sort of entrance or extra to the Cloakwood, because this is not all of the Cloakwood. I believe this is the beginning of the Cloakwood, if I'm not mistaken. So we're walking. I'm actually zooming in here real quick. Way we have a better idea of what's going on. We run across one of the Tasloi spots where we found Tasloi earlier. We're exploring the area around the cavern just to really kind of fill in the map a little bit. Not completely. I'm not looking for 100% map completion. I want to make that clear. We are looking for like maybe an entrance to something darker or something deeper. It'd be very interesting. We've also began to approach the left side of the map here on this particular one as we finish exploring the Cloakwood. I'm still not seeing any entrances or exits here on the map. But I did find what looks to be a black bear who is non-hostile.
Orion would be proud of your
Oh,
actions.
it looks like they might be hostile, maybe? No, they are just walking about. All right. There is... Can we talk to those black bear? I was wondering if Jaheira could talk to animals. I don't know if that's possible. I was thinking maybe she could, and maybe that'd be a really neat druid trick. But what concerns me is Shadowwood's in Cloakwood, right? The tree fort of Shadow Druids, and find the island where they exist. And the bears keep like looking at me really weirdly. So let's try exiting on this side of the map. I'm not really seeing anything else pop up on the world map, so I'm not seeing anything major. So maybe there is an entrance that I'm unaware of. There are 2 major sections where I have not journeyed, so let's go look at those sections on our main map. On our map here. We're going to the northeastern section of the map where we really haven't been, and we've come across 2 dreadwolves. I don't believe there's going to be too many issues with this as we begin taking them out with fairly little issues. Looks like Jaheira's leveled up again because reasons, and let's let that level up happen. It's strange. She leveled up twice. I'm a little concerned. I'm not sure why she did that. I think she leveled up fighter and druid separately. An extra 7 points, and Thaco is reduced by 1. No proficiencies gained. And that's exactly what happened. She leveled up her druid there and leveled up fighter earlier, which makes me wonder. That means my fighter on Khalid's probably going to level up soon. Level 5, level 6. I forgot that like people have like different leveling curves. So my monk's going to be leveling probably very soon. The enchanter's going to take a while level. We got like weird leveling curves, which I need to keep in mind. We've run across a group of spiders right after the dire wolves, who we're beginning to take out with really relatively little difficulty. I do need to keep an eye on ammunition of the group, but that's really no big deal at this point, I don't believe. A huge spider critically missed my party and therefore is now dead. No items to speak of. We're still making our way towards the section of the woods which I was most concerned about. Looking for some sort of bridge, and looky there. Sometimes you ask and you receive. Okay, we're saving it, and we found a person on the bridge named Corin.
Oh, travelers, hold a moment.
Corin says, "It's refreshing to find other people in this wood. I am Corin, thief and archer. It's been alone in this wilderness for far too long. I wouldn't mind returning to the big city, but I've yet to collect my bounty. I'd share the reward with a lot of you if you'd help hasten the hunt. You interested in hearing more?" I am, yes I am. Good, good. I'm glad you're smart enough to recognize opportunity when it comes to knocking. The deal is this. I've been hired out by the mayor of Bergos to hunt down a great winged dragon that's been plaguing the caravan routes. He's offered 2,000 gold for its head. Now, before you get cold feet, let me allay your fears. The only descriptions of the beasts have always been mentioned the deadly barbed tail. What I know about dragons, they don't have barbs on their tail. That's something unique to wyverns. All we have to do is find the wyvern's nest and kill it. Our only worry is as if it has friends over for dinner. So what's your decision? Yay or nay? Then says, an ancient red will not burn us to a crisp, but we die of poison instead. Kaeldrick, Have mercy on us. Walk wide around this suicidal maniac. Though then we risk fording this mighty stream. Under current weather conditions, it can only lead to influenza. Oh, why did you choose this bridge? The scenery, Melanamin, the scenery. So, are you as jittery as this cold-footed, long-faced fella? Do we hunt together? Nay. Aren't stout enough a heart. I can understand not all this are. I'm gonna skip by him. I'm curious if we can retake. Let me just curious. Okay, we are able to come back for this later, so I might do this later. We've come across some wolves, some bog standard wolves. Not dread wolves or dire wolves or any sort of wolves like that. These are standard wolves, but we did have a critical miss, which is definitely something we need to worry about. Blur has been cast by our good friend Zahn, and the party is fighting wolves, doing about 5-6 damage apiece. Nothing major, but wolves aren't really that big of a problem. We may need to rest after this, as everyone has taken some sort of a little bit of damage, mostly peck damage, but it's no real problem in my opinion, as all of the wolves are slowly being killed off for 65 experience apiece. Pick up our loose weaponry. And we're going to do a quick save, of course. And I think it's a good time to rest. We rest for 8 hours. And move forward. Now we're at the northern edge of the map. And we're still looking for access to some sort of shadow druid cabal or something like that. But I'm still not seeing anything very specifically shadow druidy. So maybe we need to follow one of them at night. Let's go to the north edge of this map and see if there's anything that pops. I'm not seeing anything that pops up, so little curious if we're going to run into an issue. I haven't seen anything. There's only one entrance on the map that I can see at the cabin. I'm not seeing any place where this place could be. Kind of want to take this guy's offer to go hunt down a wyvern, but I don't quite know. All right, well, I think that's actually, it's been a fantastic episode. I didn't realize that almost an hour had passed already. We have actually done a lot this episode, from hunting down wolves to hunting down a cloak, which that was our goal, by the way. This episode's goal was to find the cloak. We found the cloak, which is absolutely awesome. We accomplished the goal we were seeking in this hour. Next episode, what we'll do is we're going to continue the druid side quest here, and I may come back for what is his name, Corin? For Karan's quest. I might do a little bit of sneaky research into it to kind of figure out what exactly is going on there. But I am fairly excited about what's going down. So if you like the content, if you enjoyed this episode, please let me know by commenting somewhere on the internet. You can catch me on Twitter. You can catch me, this is the part where I do the plugs, by the way. You can catch me on Twitter at twitter.com/theverzi, and you can catch me on TikTok. Look me up at Kylie Kane. You can also find me in various places around the internet, including my Discord server, which is in the show notes below. You can also watch this episode, plus any extras before and after the show, on Patreon. By becoming a Tier 2 Patreon, you get access to the live version of the show, or live-ish version of the show. It's pre-recorded, of course, as all of the episodes are, but you get content, thoughts before, after, and during, of course. Any cuts, which I don't do many cuts in episodes, but when I do, you get to see those cuts. I don't cut those out of the video footage, so you get to see those in their entirety. Otherwise, you can also become a patron. We have other stuff, including the Breakdown series, which will be returning in May. I'm working on a couple games right now that I'm working through so I can add to the Breakdown series. The next one I think is going to be East 9. It's part of an East Timeline series, but it'll actually be the first one that I do because I just recently played it and it's on my mind. There's also the Patreon exclusives Castlevania Simon's Quest run through. Shut up, A-Boy. Simon's Quest run through, where we are running through Simon's Quest for the NES. And that's also in video format. You get to listen to random asides. I was actually playing the Simon's Quest Revamped Edition before I ran into a bug that prevented me from continuing. So I moved back to the NES version, and it is a lot of fun, and I really enjoy it. We're hoping to do that one. I'm hoping to continue doing that. Thank you, Emily. I know. With that said, I love you. I love your faces. I hope you have a fantastic evening. And again, if you enjoyed the content, please let me know somewhere in the show notes below. Check me out on Podcaster or wherever your podcasts are found. I don't check the reviews on Apple Podcasts, but please leave me a review there. Maybe I'll be able to look and see. Otherwise, wash your hands, make sure your mouth's covered, and love your friends, love your family, and give your mother a call. It's important. Thank you for listening. I'm Ben Kai Lee. Catch you next time.